library friends, it's LibraryAnne here from the Huntley Area Public Library. I am here today to share some great books with you. If you know me already, you know that that's one of my favorite things to do, talking about books for kids. I always try to find the best books for you and books that I know you're going to love. So this episode of Virtual Animal Crackers is all about graphic novels. Graphic novels are full-length books presented in an illustrated format using comic book elements like story panels and word bubbles for dialogue. Graphic novels can be realistic or funny or fantasy or biography, even nonfiction, and lots more. I have a bunch to show you because I always have trouble stopping when I'm finding great books for kids. So why don't you grab yourself a snack or a beverage and I'll wait right here. Our first graphic novel is Sunny Side Up by Jennifer L. Holm and Matthew Holm. Sunny gets sent to stay with her grandfather in Florida, but the fun summer vacation is not even close to Disney World. Like the superheroes in the comic book she and a new friend Buzz will be reading all summer, she has secrets that she can't tell anyone, and she is tired of pretending everything is normal. She is going to come completely unglued if she doesn't talk about it all. See how long Sunny is able to keep her sunny side up in this graphic novel, great for readers of Raina Telgemeier's books. This is realistic fiction for grades 4 to 8. Next, we have Unicorn and Yeti. Follow the hilarious antics and friendship of Unicorn and Yeti in this collection of short stories about these magical friends. In this book, they learn that working together makes things more fun. Look for other books in this series by Heather Aris Burnell. This graphic novel is filled with sparkly, delightfully silly fun and just right for those looking for illustrated beginner chapter books. It's fantasy fiction for grades kindergarten to 3rd grade. Next on the list, we have Mr. Kazarian, Alien Librarian, a book about a librarian, of course. All the students love Mr. Kazarian, the librarian. He makes learning fun, and his library is their favorite place to hang out. What they don't know is that Mr. K is actually an alien sent to Earth to study the bizarre habits of these strange creatures called humans. When 4 of his students discover his human hologram disguise, Mr. K's research is in jeopardy. Can he bribe them with a field trip to space to persuade them to keep his secret? A funny science fiction graphic novel with lots of actual science. Best for kids in grades 2 through 4. Next, we have Short and Skinny by Mark Tatuli. As a middle schooler in the 70s, Mark found that being short and skinny really wrecked his confidence. So to end his bullying woes and impress his crush, or at least gain the confidence to talk to her, he starts to explore bulking up by way of the miracle muscle maker ads in his comic books. Mark explores his path to comic book artist and sets out with his buddies to create a hilarious homemade version of the Star Wars movie, the hottest obsession to hit this summer of 1977. You will love this funny memoir by the author of the Leo graphic novel series. This is a funny graphic novel recommended for kids in grades 4 to 7. New Kid by Jerry Kraft. Because 7th grade Jordan Banks' parents want the best for their son, they enroll him at Riverdale Academy Day School instead of art school. At first, Jordan doesn't think he's going to like it. It's low on diversity. Jordan knows of only 2 other black students and 2 black faculty members, and many of the teachers and students are really racially insensitive. But he makes some good friends. Liam, who ends up being pretty cool, and Drew, another black student, totally gets him. They share the similar hurtful experiences with being treated differently, misidentified constantly, and stereotyped. Finally, Jordan surprises everyone when he stands up for himself and his friends. This realistic graphic novel is a window into what minority kids may experience in an often insensitive world. Best for grades 4 through 8. Next, we have Click by Kayla Miller. Sometimes you can feel lonely without even being alone. When a talent show is announced to Olive's 5th grade class, everyone is excited except Olive. She has plenty of friends, but when it's time to figure out acts and start practicing, all of her friends have partners and no one has asked her to join their group. This one is a winner for fans of Raina Telgemeier's books and other realistic graphic novels. Look for more books in the series. This is for grades 3 through 7. Narwhal and Jelly. This is a super fun introduction into graphic novels with the most unlikely pair of friends under the sea, a narwhal and a jellyfish. Silly dialogue and more goofy characters are balanced by true facts supplied about the creatures at the back of the book. Don't miss this funny graphic novel series with a fantasy twist. Recommended for kids from kindergarten through grade 4. The Babysitter's Club. You may not need an introduction to this one. The Babysitter's Club, the original series written by Anne M. Martin, is reimagined in graphic novel format by the very talented Raina Telgemeier. Christy has a great idea to start babysitting club for her and her friends Claudia, Stacy, and Marianne. Whether the job includes cranky toddlers, huge dogs, scary neighbors, or prank calls, you can count on the babysitters to save the day. Get the whole series in graphic novel format or in the original novels for more fun adventures of the BSC. Recommended for grades 4 to 8. Next we have Amulet, the series. After a tragic car accident, sister and brother Emily and Naven move with their mother to the creepy old family home to get a fresh start. Little do they know that the house has some secrets and surprises in store for them. When their mother is lured through a door into a world filled with fantastical creatures, the children follow to save her. If a slightly scary fantasy with monsters and adventures appeals to you, this is a great choice. For kids, grades 4 to 8. Wings of Fire, the graphic novel. This incredibly popular middle grade series is now in graphic novel format. In the first book in the series, The Dragonette Prophecy, tells of 5 young dragons who are destined to end the war among the dragon tribes. This fast-paced, plot-driven story translates well to the graphic novel format, and if you enjoy epic, animal-based fantasies, then this one is for you. Fantasy fiction for grades 4 to 7. Finally, we have High-Low, an excellent graphic choice for those who like funny books or science fiction. DJ meets a strange new friend, High-Low. High-Low has crashed to Earth, literally, but doesn't remember who he is or where he came from. So much happens in this fast-paced graphic novel. Like we've got flying elephants, evil world-destroying robots, giant mutant bugs, a meteor shower from another dimension. What more could you ask for? This is another funny science fiction for grades 3 to 7. So there you go. I hope that you're able to check out some of these great graphic novels very soon. Remember, if you can't make it to the library to browse for books yourself, try our Books for You custom picks for kids online book request service. You tell us what kind of books you want to read, and a librarian like me will choose up to 10 books especially for you. Then you stop in, pick them up, and check them out just like normal. It's super fast. I bet you'll find a new favorite or two. You can request specific books like High-Low or Wings of Fire, or another book that you might have heard about, or let us surprise you. Why don't you give it a try? I hope to see you really soon. Stay well.